Mac, just some general impressions of the first day of camp. What'd you think?
It was good to get back out here with the guys, and it was a rough first day, kind of getting back into the motions of things. But I felt overall it was a good first day. But
How'd you think the young guys did?
I thought the young guys did pretty well. I mean, it's always fun to watch them on the first day because they look like they're chickens with their head cut off, but they don't know where to go, and they're spinning in circles. But other than that, once they settle down, they tend to do pretty well.
Does it feel like you've got a ton of new guys here? Can you sense that there's a big group of new guys?
Not really. Since most of them were here during the summertime, we got to get to know them, and we kind of got used to them over the summertime. But there's not, to me, there's probably like 10 or so guys that wasn't here during the summertime. So yes, there's more guys, but they've been here all summer, so it doesn't feel like anything new.
Being a captain, I know we talked in Park City what this means to you, but then having that kind of that stamp, what's that mean to you now?
It feels good. Letting these guys let me be their leader and whatnot, and I'm just a guy that they can go to. That's all that means. But everyone's a leader on this team, the way that Coach Choate defines it. So it's an honor, but everyone has their role.
What can you say about the other guys you'll share that role with?
Oh, they're extraordinary guys. Everyone deserves it. Me and Mahoney came in here together as freshmen, so it was great to see him and see all the work and adversity that he's faced and how he's gotten through. And the other two guys are just remarkable guys, and they're what more than well deserved it.
The linebacker group, Choate said that's going to be a spot he's watching heavily. So what do you think of just the positions you might be playing and the way that the group is rounding out so far?
Yeah, we're going to be kind of moving a lot in between packages because we are pretty talented this year, and we're deeper than we have been in years past. So it'll be fun just to get to learn different positions and then see what we can do just from the linebacker standpoint.
Tell that, and what benefit does that provide for you?
Yes, you can tell. What benefits are that they can get double teams, and it leads the linebackers on blocks. So that just means that we're getting free tackles left and right. And so we get all the glory, and then they have to suffer through the pain.
Dylan, what's it mean to be Navy captain?
I mean, it's a great honor to be recognized by my coaches and teammates and stuff to be a leader of this team, and I think that it was a great choice with those other three guys as well. I think that they represent what it's like to be a Bobcat, and I think all four of us are going to do a great job leading this team this fall.
When you came in here, recruited by Coach Mac, did you ever expect? I mean, how's this all played out for you? Did you ever expect that you'd be here now, fifth-year senior, with a new coach and leading this team?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few coaches here, but Coach Mac is an absolutely great coach and deserves everything he has, and so it didn't surprise me that much I would have a new coach, but having a new one every year, that's a little tough, but I get to hear from four different minds. People have been all over the country, all over different schools, so I'm just happy that I've made it this far, stayed healthy enough to play with the guys that I can and under the coaches that are here. So,
Coach Tafalele, I know you guys had a spring under him. How much more cohesive is that line gotten under his direction?
We were already, I would say, the tightest group on the team. I mean, I'm pretty biased, but he just fit right in. I mean, there was no us having to get comfortable with him or anything like that. It was a very, very smooth transition for him to be, part of that tight-knit group that we have already. So,
what sort of differences do you notice in his coaching style? He seems to be pretty animated.
Yeah, he's a very energetic guy. I mean, he's very passionate about the sport. He's very passionate about us, and that's really important. When he cares a lot about us, that means a lot. And to see his enthusiasm out there, that's because he cares so much about us.
Bryson, can you just start off with being team captain? What's that taken to get to this point, transferring here and now expected to be a team leader?
It's definitely one of my biggest accomplishments. Being a team captain, having your whole teammates look up to you, And transferring in, I've been here 3 years. I feel like I've started my whole career here, and I loved every minute of it. I know all the coaching changes, I've been through that, but I've had the same players this whole time, so yeah, it's just a big honor.
What do you notice is the biggest difference now entering year 2 under this coaching staff?
Oh, first off, we're in the same defense. I haven't been in the same defense my whole college career, so that's awesome. Talking the same terminology, we're all on the same page. We're a lot further ahead of our progress than we were last year, because last year we had spring ball. We were kind of learning trying to learn the terminology, and now we're all on the same page. Learning a little bit of Coach Orfe's terminology, but from South Carolina, but we're all on the same page. Coach Kyle was with Coach GA forever, so the terminology is good, and I'm just excited to be in the same defense for the second year and build off of that.
You have a lot of new guys back there, though, between freshmen and a couple transfers coming in, so what's that been like having that group?
It's definitely helped me a lot, because I get to not only know the defense, but I get to coach them and help me out. Just learn just the X's and O's, learning what the linebackers are doing at certain points. Even the D-line a little bit. That's still, I don't really know too much about the D-line, but most of the linebackers, where they're fitting. And it's definitely taken my game to the next level with teaching the young guys and having them coming in, ask questions, just all that types of stuff.
You guys are probably going to have some young guys play at corner, especially.
Yeah, definitely corner, and obviously we're trying to get a nickel. So Kahari Garcia, he's a senior too. He had a great summer. He's a competitor. I love playing with that kid. And Braden Conkle, he's young, but he had a good practice today, and just looking forward for those guys. And then Jalen Cole and JoJo Henderson coming out, and hopefully we're going to need them and have a big fall camp.
Did you pay attention at all to the preseason all-conference team?
No, I don't really pay attention to that. No, I know Mac got third team All-American. He works his tail off. I room with him, so he's gonna have a great year. So I'm excited for him.
Safeties, are you guys? It seems like you're comfortable playing both spots now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. That's definitely what's helped me from last year to this year, is learning both positions. And Braden can play both this summer. At our PRPs, we traded in and out just so I can get some man coverage here and there. He can get some post breaks. We definitely work well together, and looking forward to it.
Is the haircut punishment, or did you give it to yourself?
Oh, I just needed something different for my senior year, going out with a bang. Just having fun during camp, and I don't know if it's going to be there a while, but we'll see how the play goes first before I give her a cut.
Mitch, can you start with what's it feel like to be named team captain here today?
It's a huge honor to get that title from my teammates, and it's going to be a tall task. I need to work on becoming more of a vocal leader, and getting the offense going in the right direction.
How is you're such a disciplined guy just in your personal life and things. So, how is that translated into becoming a team captain?
I try to lead by example. That's how I try to lead. But from Coach Miller over there, I need to become more of a vocal leader. And we got a bunch of young receivers, and getting them going in the right direction is going to be huge for the future of this program.
How do you lead across position groups and across the line of scrimmage with defensive guys?
That's kind of why we split up the leaders. We have 2 offensive and 2 defensive leaders, and myself and Dylan Mahoney are kind of in charge of, we're the older guys. We've been here 4 or 5 years, and we've been on playoff teams. We've been on teams that haven't had the success we want, and people look up to us because of that, and we just need to make sure the offense stays focused and gets better every day.
You got a lot of young guys in your group, and a lot of production coming back too. So how do you sort of balance that when you're looking at your group as a whole?
One of the things we focused on this summer was when the young guys came in. Most of them came in pretty early. We've had Willie Patterson, Lance McCutcheon, Jabari Johnson. They got here early this summer, and we the older guys tried to take them under our wing and show them the right things, how to work, what to do in the weight room, what to do when we're throwing with the quarterbacks. And for them to have someone to look up to, I know when I was a freshman, having Mitch Herbert and some of those older guys to look up to made me feel a lot better, made me feel a lot more comfortable coming to fall camp. So that's what we're trying to do.
With the number of new players here overall, and then also coaching staff coming into the second year. Can you see where Chode and the coaching staff sort of is aiming to take this thing?
Definitely. I think the culture's changed tremendously in the past year. You know, some of the guys that weren't fully bought in are gone and moved on. I know it's nothing against them, but Coach Choate and the rest of the coaching staff has a plan in the future for this program, and I really like where it's heading.
What are your impressions of Armstrong as the primary play caller now?
He's doing a great job. You know, I know everyone on the offensive side of the ball trusts Coach Armstrong. You know, I like what he's doing with the passing game. We put in a lot of basic stuff, and you know, he's off every play. He says that we have an answer, and you know, he's going to do a great job this year.